Good evening. This is Ajanta from Bangalore, India, representing LA International School with the Break Free program, which is for children all across the world to support them from stress and giving them some creative work to do during the COVID-19 that has affected all over the world. We need to be safe. We need to be indoors. The coronavirus is dangerous if we are going to go out and it's going to strike us. So stay home, stay safe is the motto. So here we are doing exactly that. Hi, Muniraju. You're the first one to join us today.
That's Kishore.
Hi, Kishore. So good to see you. Of course, Krishna, Chandan Gowda. So nice to see you. How is Tejaswini too? Yeah, hi, good evening. And of course, this is...
Hi everyone. I'm Vridu. Good evening and welcome to LA International School's Break Free program. As usual, we're always very happy to have you here with us. We are on day 19 of the program. So we're super excited to get started and we're very happy to see you all here. I see Rajesh has joined us and Suraj has joined us too. Suraj, I was happy to see you posting your work again. I think you're one of the first people to post it on the 9th grade group last night. So very happy to see you posting that. Kishore, happy to see you joining in. And Krishna, as usual, always a pleasure. Hi, Mati. So nice that you could join us.
You know, actually, I was thinking that today probably we should talk a little bit about leadership. What do you understand by leadership? You know how we have monitors in school and we make, bench monitor and we make class monitor. And then we have, in our school, of course, we have something. Hi, thank you, Renu. It's a pleasure. You know how in our school we have staircase monitors and we have assembly monitors. What does leadership mean to you was something that I was thinking. And then I was like, leaders are somebody who makes other people want to be better. Do I make myself clear? It is that if you're a leader, you will help others to be better, to better themselves. And that is a great leader. Not somebody who wants to be all the time, I'm on top of the world and I am doing everything and I should get the good name and I should be the one who has been, looked up at. The real leaders are somebody who allows people to grow and do and become excellent at what they are. So that is my take on being a leader. And as I say that today's generation will be tomorrow's leaders. So I wish that all of you, all the children out there have the leadership quality in you, whether it is MP or Priya or Suraj or Krishna or Sabya or Kishore or Darshan or Srinath and Sridhar, or we are talking about Dia or Aki or thing. We want you all to be leaders. We want you all to go out there and include people and better them. When you better them, then you become a leader. When you are taking people in your stride and doing so much more, that is something that makes you a leader. You don't become a leader by forcing people or bossing over people or threatening people. No, you don't become a leader if I'm right by saying that. You don't become a leader if you are creating fear in people. You're a leader when people come to you for good as well as for bad. They come to you because they know that if they come to you, you'll be helpful to them. So I believe that each and every one of you has a leadership quality in you. Only thing you need to develop that. You need to focus on that. You need to be aware of that. And that is a great leader when you join people and want them to be better and you think of them wanting to be better. That is, you think, okay, let's take for example, XYZ is a person who is average. Okay. Now, as a leader, you should want that XYZ person to become super good at what they're doing. Give them the wings to fly, give them the opportunity to do better, show them how to do it better. And that makes you a leader. I wonder what is Bridu's inputs on that, and probably she could share what are her thoughts on that, because that would be an interesting thing to discuss today.
Yeah. Before we get to that, I see Sharda, you joined us. Nice to have you. Priya, MP, always good to see you. Suganya, lovely to see you too. So to take off of what was being discussed today, our topic was all about leadership. And I think many people, like how my mom was just saying, that leadership is about uplifting other people, right? I think many people get confused with leadership, what's good leadership, and they get confused with having power. Most people think the more power you have, the greater a leader you are. That's not exactly entirely true.
Yeah.
Because as you can see, most of the greatest leaders of the world, they were people who helped other people become better, like what ma'am was just saying right there. I think many people think that when they have a lot of power, when they can control people, that they become the best leader out there. And that's actually not very true. You'll go just as far as your team does. So it all comes down to team effort. It all comes down to you working with the people that are following you as a team. If you worked as a team, then that would, they always say a couple of brains together is better than just one alone. So leadership is something like that. And leadership is more than anything, I think it is, you've just got to lead by example. No amount of talking is going to get you there. You kind of have to just do and show, and then people will follow suit. That's what I feel real leadership is all about. Leadership is not about giving a speech. It's not about preaching
Absolutely.
to people. It's about just going out there and just doing something to the best of your ability. Because, see, nobody is perfect at the end of the day. We all vote for leaders during elections. We vote for leaders at our school. We also subconsciously vote for leaders in our homes, people who will just take charge, right? And when you go back and you take a look at it, we ultimately vote for these people because we have a sense of trust in them.
Yeah.
We believe that they'll make the right decisions for us, and we kind of have faith that they will just take us to a better place. So I think the main attributes that leaders have is that they do stuff more than talking about it. They kind of show you how it needs to be done, and we kind of follow that order of things. Yeah.
Set, right?
Yeah, and that's what I think a true and a good leader is. And I think you can be a leader at any age. To be honest, you could be a
Absolutely.
leader at any age.
Absolutely. I was going to add that too. I wanted to tell you that you don't have to be a politician or you don't have to be a personality. You can be a leader just as of now. Just as of now, whether it is in your school or it's in your community or you're in a particular society, it can be anywhere that you are, and then you show your leadership qualities. And you believe it or not, children, when you even go for interviews for your jobs and stuff like that, they are looking for more than your 98% and 97% and 80%. They look for people who are having the leadership qualities and who are team players. And that is something. And I would also like to add that being a leader, you just don't look at one particular angle. When you're trying to be a leader for, let's say, 2 people, 3 people, 50 people, or 50,000 people, or 5 million people, you need to think of what would be good for them. Not only whether it is to do with business or it's to do with studies or it is to do with work. You need to think of what is even the way that you can build them up personally. Yeah. Now let us take for example that we are talking about somebody in our school. Let us say the teachers. Now a leader will be somebody who will not only worry about bettering the teacher professionally, but will also look into, are they happy to be here? Or is there something that can be done to make them feel more satisfied to be at this working position? And what are the tools we can give them? How can we uplift them? That should be your thinking. That should be your interest. That should be where your mind should be focused if you're a leader. You know?
I think you don't really need a badge. You don't need a title to be a leader.
Absolutely, yeah.
You could just be a leader in your own right. We have leaders all over us. You have people who are leaders in the community. You have people who have taken a lead of stuff during the COVID-19.
Yeah.
You've seen people who just kind of stood up there and stood for their society and their community and stuff like that. So I think that's exactly what a leader should do. A leader is you're never born a leader. You kind of become a leader, and then people instill their faith and their trust in you, and that's what takes the entire thing forward.
At any stage,
Yeah.
that is the takeaway, that is the give for you, that you don't have to be a certain age to be a leader. Sometimes in LA International School, of course, we promote children who are not very good at studies also to be leaders, because it is not just the academics that will make you a leader. You might be brilliant at academics, but you do not have any leadership quality. You need to work on that. You may not be excellent at studies, but you're an average student, but you are out there as a leader trying to better yourself and better others. Kudos to you. Absolutely. So be fearless. Don't even think twice whether you are or you are not a leader. Everyone, each one of us have the leadership quality in us. And that's what you need to go for. Hi Prajwal, hi Prashant. And Sukanya, a special mention to you. I wanted to also share that what a terrific mother you are. I just wanted to put it out there to tell you that, I see the work that comes out from what your children are doing, and I think they are huge favorites of mine when I see the kind of work that they're putting in. And Preetesh, good evening, and so nice to see you. I saw a couple of work. I saw Dia's work. I loved her experiment. I mean, I'm feeling so excited that, children are going about doing stuff. There was little Akshara sitting in a swing and holding on to her teddy
And I think
bear.
most of you are just looking at the stuff that's being put up on Facebook, because we have most of our kids sending in their stuff on the WhatsApp groups.
Yeah.
So we're still trying to figure out a way as to how we're going to post it on here. But yeah, because we have a huge inflow of stuff coming in from kids. Like, for example, now Pritesh just joined us on our live, and Pritesh is someone who turns in his work every day. We are on day 19, and yeah, there's work that comes in from him every single day, and so does it from many other students out there. So so coming back to what we're going to be doing today. Today is a very interesting topic. It's something that we do not really teach our children in schools or even at homes, but we really should. We are so fortunate to be living in this particular generation and this era of things, basically because right now we can conduct a live session from the comfort of our homes, and you're watching it on your smartphone in the comfort of your home. And how exactly this happened was through nothing else than technology. And technology has changed over the years. Today, it's an insanely interesting topic. You guys are going to be learning all about technological devices. You're going to be learning how they developed from back then till now, how we kind of transformed from floppy disks to, the thumb drives today. So it's a really interesting topic, and this topic is going to be done from...
Hey, when you're talking about it, it's also about how we used to have pagers.
Yeah.
Somebody if they had to get in touch with us, they would page us. We used to have the little black things fixed onto your belt, and then they will page us, and then we look into it, and then we probably call them from the landline. And then we had the flip phone, and now we have here, you just go on your phone and you're able to connect. We have WhatsApp, and we have, oh my goodness, the technology has really taken us far and wide as of now. And I'm so excited with the topic. I'm like, wow, technology is something that, it's unbeatable at this point of time to see what it can be.
Yeah, because it's such a vast topic. It's something that we don't really think about. It just kind of, it feels almost as natural as breathing for us nowadays. The kids born in this generation especially, they kind of just think that this is how phones always were. I have my niece Akshara, and she can access YouTube, and she goes on to the stuff that she likes, like as if it's a child who was just scribbling on a chalkboard. So, stuff has really changed, and I thought it was really important for us to know where exactly we come from, and how technology has developed over the years. And the main idea behind today's topic is for you to understand that when we think about people who have done great stuff, it's not that they go out there and then they kind of transform the world in a really huge way. It could be something so small, something so tiny that we almost just passed by it and didn't pay attention to it.
Absolutely.
But it's something that had a problem, and it's something that they found a solution to. So I think when we study about technology, we realize around us there's so many things that can be made better, and technology is all about that. You could tweak the smallest thing, and it could give you the biggest impact possible. So that's what technology is about, and that's what you will be studying about today. We're trying to keep the topics the same, whether it's for nursery or it's for a 10th grade student. Basically, because I don't believe it's too early or it's too late to learn anything.
Yes,
you could start learning all about it when you're just 3 years old, or you could kind of brush up on it when you're 13 or 30.
So and we can even brush up on it when we are 50 plus and in our 70s too.
Yes. So,
because technology has taken over everything at this point of time. So
yeah, and technology is something very, very new to the older generations and the people who were here before. And it's something that everyone's getting kind of used to. You know, there are many instances where you will feel like you're the one who's showing your parent how to do something particular on the phone or on your tablet or your laptop. And that's a really cool concept, because just think of how far we have come. So today it's seriously interesting. There's another important thing. At the end of posting all of the work, there's going to be one future video posted, which kind of shows how the world is going to look in 2050. So that's in 30 years from now. I really, really highly recommend that all of you just watch that video. It's 5 minutes long, but it is seriously, it's amazing. It'll blow your mind if you can just think about it, kind of envision what the world would look like 30 years later. And who do you think is going to create this world 30 years later? It's none other than the kids of today.
Yes.
So absolutely. That's why I feel it's so important for you guys to know about technology and how to do that.
You know, all you youngsters out there, now we are in 2020. So we are talking about 2050. So when we are talking about 2050, you will remember the Break Free Challenge and Ajanta ma'am and Ridu ma'am and LA International School for bringing you this topic and showing you the video. In 2050, you will think of it, I'm sure, and you'll be like, oh, this we knew then, you know, during the COVID-19, we got it done in the Break Free Challenge. Hi, Mittu, what a pleasure to see you live today. It's really nice. I saw Anjana, Aradhana, Satyam, Vinita, and of course Suraj, Surya Kumar, who has joined us. So the pleasure is completely ours. Thank you for tuning in this evening and making it even more special, honestly.
Yeah, so coming to the challenges for today, nursery, LKG, UKG, you have something a little bit fun to do. I'd like you guys to do a hand print. So either you guys could dip your palm in paint and you can press it onto a sheet of paper, or if you do not have paints at home, you could just use a pencil and trace out your palm on paper. And I'd like you to write the first alphabet of your name in the middle of it. It just has to be in your own handwriting. I hope the parents will kind of help their kids out through this particular challenge. Of course, from first to third, I want you guys to run in place. So standing in one place, you got to run as fast as you can. But I want you guys to tell me the 11 times and the 12 times table with your eyes closed while running in place. So this kind of checks.
I was just enjoying it. You know, you're thinking that, oh wow, running in place, and these kids are going to be super excited to time how long they're running it. And then you have the warmer there where she says you got to do the tables along with your running. Oh my God, it never ends.
Yeah. So I want you guys to kind of run in place. Keep your eyes closed so that there's no cheating. And if you can tell us the 11 times and 12 times table for 4th to 6th, you got to do the same thing. You got to run in place as fast as you can, no jogging. And I want you guys to tell us the 12 and 13 times table. And as you come to the senior class, the 15 and 16 times table. So that's your challenge for today. I hope you guys will enjoy it. So yeah. I think that's our topic for today.
Satyam, I'm so happy to see you. Good evening, Satyam. Satyam, I guess today you'll join us late. I want to make a special mention of one of my huge favorites too. There was this kid who was he was in the first batch of 10th graders in our school, and his name is Gautam. A huge shout out to Gautam. I see that you tune in every day to see what we have been doing every single day. So I just wanted to share that with you, Gautam. You're part of LA International School, no matter how big you become. It's nice to see that you all are grown up and doing all kind of stuff. Thank you, Mithun, for your wishes. Yes, it's very much needed. We have Santosh who has joined us here, Santosh Baichu who has joined us too, and looking forward to a very, very, very pleasant remaining part of the evening. Today was a very pleasant day because of the rains in Bangalore, and we hope that we have the COVID-19 lockdown getting done by May 3rd, correct?
Yeah.
May 3rd is the intention that the lockdown will be done. And if that happens, then maybe we say goodbye to you by May 3rd. That we will be missing you though. I hope this was a very good time for us to catch up with each other and spend time during the evenings. Suraj, thank you for all that love coming our way, Suraj. It's always a pleasure to know that you care and you belong. You know, I want to make a small mention here. I got a text from Srinath asking me how are the fish in school? Is anybody feeding the fish in school? I'm so touched. I was so touched. He was like, ma'am, nobody's allowed to go to school. So who's feeding the fish? And I was like, okay, don't worry, Srinath. Aya auntie is taking care of that. So, you know, I just want to say that in our school, it is not just about academics. It is about love. It is about teamwork, about affection. I remember Suraj, Srinath, Kishore, Krishna, Sabya, who were the other kids? I think Alok was there, and Kiran, who has now shifted out of our school. I think y'all bought the fish tank for the school, and y'all keep looking after the fish, and just the love and affection.
Monish and Abhishek. Too.
Monish and Abhishek. I am humbled by such love from all of you. Honestly, I am. And it makes me super, super happy to be a part of your lives and you being a part of my life. I see quite a few people who have joined us. Who is that we have?
That's Simon.
Oh, hi, Simon. How are you? I hope you're being safe and you're being indoors. Welcome to the Break Free Challenge. I see you said, Krishna, thank you, ma'am, for the Break Free Challenge. Yes, you're welcome anytime. It's our pleasure, children, that we make it better for you all. Thank you so much. And we shall see you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m.
Bye. See you. Take care. Stay
Bye-bye.
safe.
Much love.